What's going on, guys? Shuttle Raj here and welcome back to the channel. We finally got the rain to go away just in time for the Serene Retreat event. In this event, we are going to be hatching eggs and doing research. For the eggs, we need to hatch 2 chinglings, 2 spritzies, and 1 swirlix. That's our goal for the eggs. And for the research, we are hoping to get a Shundo Munna. It's going to be boosted and you're looking for a 490. And then we'll also be trying to get 1 Morelull from the research, and that is a 442. Or if the gotcha picks one up in the wild, we'll take that. So with that being said, let's get into it. So for the Serene Retreat Premium Timed Research, page 1, we've already completed 2 tasks, but we need to use 5 berries to help catch Pokemon, transfer 5 Pokemon, and catch 7 more to complete the 20. Use 10 berries to help catch Pokemon and transfer 10 Pokemon. Then we also have some collection challenges. For the Dreamcatcher, we need to catch a Kamala and a Snorlax. Then for the Floating Wonders, we need to hatch a Munna, a Chingling, a Spritzy, and a Swirlix. And then for the Cutie Collector, we need to catch a Chansey and a Chimichao. So let's get the grind started. We've got some research here, and these should be Munna or Morelull. Hopefully I got that right. Remember, Morelull will be boosted in research and in the wild, and Munna will be boosted in research and eggs. So let's go ahead and see what we get here. First up, we get a Morelull, not shiny, and a 428. Remember, you want a 442. Let's see what a 428 looks like just for fun. Yeah, pretty good. But let's see what our next check is gonna be. It is another Morelull and a 423. Let's go ahead and check this last one. It is a Munna, not yellow, and a 470. So this one's 20 off the hundo. So we've got our eggs filled. Unfortunately, it's not only 2Ks, but I think I would rather have the 2Ks with no egg hatch boost, but at least we get some hatch distance increase, so that's pretty awesome. Should help with getting the 5s and 10s out of the way, and maybe we will get a Toxel out of this. You know, that's the one thing we could hope for. And then for the 5Ks, I don't really think we need anything. Yeah, no, not really. Maybe a Togedemaru, but you know, if we get it, we get it. If not, I'm sure we'll get one at GoFest. So let's get back to the grind. We've got our first 3 2Ks to start the event, and the first one is a Chingling. That'd have been really awesome if that was shiny. And how about egg number 2 is another Chingling. And number 3 is, okay, 3 Chinglings. Unfortunately, no shinies in there. And let's take a quick look. Yeah, nothing super great. All right, we've got some researches to claim. Let's see what the first one gives us. A Morelull, not shiny, and a 432. So that one's okay. Let's see, 10 off the hundo is, yeah, it's okay. And let's check the second one. Another Morelull and a 439. And how about number 3 is another Morelull and a 430. So no shinies, no hundos in that batch, but you know, it's all right. Now we've got page 1 of the Serene Retreat Premium Timed Research, and these are all gonna be either Munna or Morelull. I don't remember which one comes first, and I think I'm remembering that right, but let's see. The first one is going to be a Munna and a 466, so no shiny, no hundo. How about number 2? No shiny and a 483, so that's 7 away from the hundo. That should be, I'm gonna guess, a 93. Got it caught, no problem. And let's see, yeah, 91, so that was close. Encounter number 3 is going to be another Munna, not shiny, 477 this time. How about number 4? Do you want to do it? You do not. A 471. Maybe 5 will have the luck. It did not. And a 478, so it's a little bit better. Number 6, pick up sticks, and not a shiny, 485. So that one's 5 off, that's pretty neat. Is this one gonna be a 96? That's gonna be my guess. And yep, 96. So 14, 15, 14. Time for lucky number 7 to be yellow. Just kidding, it's not, and a 480. Let's go ahead and collect these final rewards, and we will get a super incubator, a star piece, and an encounter with a Munna that is not yellow, and a 466, bummer. So now for page 2, those should be our Morelull encounters. We need to catch 10, use 5 berries to help catch Pokemon, transfer 5 Pokemon, catch 20, use 10 berries to help catch 10 Pokemon, transfer 10 Pokemon, and hatch an egg. So, you know, same as the first page. Now we can go ahead and collect this Dreamcatcher and go ahead and get ourselves an incubator, so that's nice. But let's get to working on this and see what other researches we can find. We are here with a couple 5Ks. I probably won't show you too many of these because we only really need one thing, and if we don't get it, it's gonna be at GoFest, so I'm sure we'll get it then. But I'll show you the 10s and the 1s. So Let's see what these two will bring though. The first one is a Crabrawler, and egg number 2 is a Kamala. So that's fun, I guess. Don't really need either one of these, but maybe the Crabrawler. I think we got one of those, may need one of those. But the Kamala we've already got, so we've got several of those. Neither one was a hundo, but that's gonna complete some research for us, so let's go ahead and check these. First one is going to be a Munna, not shiny, and a 481. Encounter number 2 is going to be a Morelull, a 417. That's the lowest one we've seen. We'll definitely check that one. That's quite a ways off. 417 is pretty low, so let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. Yeah, could go lower. And encounter number 3 is going to be a Munna, not shiny, and a 483. So Munna's been pretty close a couple times on the hundo. Unfortunately, we haven't got it, but I think we got a pretty good chance. All right, let's check out page 2 of the Serene Premium Timed Research. These should all be Morelulls, so let's see if we can get a red one here. We got a huge one, that's pretty interesting, and a 425. And I took a quick look, and we do not have an XXL evolved of that, so we'll go ahead and do that later, but let's go ahead and see what number 2 brings. Will you be red? You will not. 414. How about you, number 3, pretty please? Nope. And a 420, so that's kind of funny. Encounter number 4, could you be the one? You are not. And a 422. All right, time for encounter number 5, and still not red. 431 though, so it's getting closer. How about number 6? Will you happen to be the one? Surely not. 439, so that one is really close. That is only 3 off the hundo, so I'm gonna guess that's a 98. We've got it caught, and that's a 96, so 15, 15, 13. And the second from last encounter is not shiny, and a 416. Man, I really would have liked to get one of these shiny, but you know, it is what it is. Now let's go ahead and finish page 2. We will get a super incubator, 500 Stardust, and an encounter with another Morelull, but will this be the red one? It will not. And a 434, so we didn't get any shinies or hundos from the research, but you know, it is what it is. All right, guys, I've got some stuff I gotta go do, so we'll probably be back in a little bit, and it'll probably be nighttime by that point, but we'll get some night play in and see if we can get anything really good on top of what we already got. If you check this out, our gotcha has gotten us 3 shinies, a Shinx and a Solosis. And these aren't very good, and I think this one was yesterday. Yeah, that one was yesterday, so in the last 24 hours. And then this one was, yeah, not the best, but then we have this Pineco, and it is super rare. And I know you're thinking, Raj, that's a 1 in 64, it's perma boosted. Why is that rare? Check this out. It is a perfect 0. I've heard people call these Snundos or Shiros, all sorts of different things, but that is pretty freaking awesome. That is rarer than a Shundo, so we will definitely take that even if it is a perma boosted mon. That is pretty freaking awesome. But with that being said, I'll see you here in a little bit. Alright guys, we are back after softball practice, and we're gonna do a little bit of night grinding, you know, sacrifice a little bit of sleep, see if we can get something good. We already got a shiny that's a 0, so that's pretty amazing. I don't think we'll get anything better, but if we could get one in front of you guys, that'd be pretty sweet. So let's see what we get from these 2 eggs. The first one is going to be a Swirlix. That's pretty awesome. And egg number 2 is a Munna. Unfortunately, neither one of them were shiny, but let's take a look real quick. And no hundos either. Well, check it out. We're gonna be able to get a shiny in front of you guys. It's another boosted shiny, but a Lickitung, we'll take it. We've got it caught, and let's see if we got another boosted 0. Let's go ahead, and no, it's definitely not, but we'll take it. At least I got to catch one in front of you guys. It is time for 3 more research checks, and the first one is a Munna, not shiny, and a 478. How about number 2, another Munna, and a 461. And this next one should also be a Munna. They were hatch eggs for the research, and it is not shiny, and a 461 again. We are back with some more 2Ks, and this time we have 4 of them, so we just need a Spritzy to finish that collection, but hopefully we can get a shiny out of here. First one is a Munna, not shiny. How about egg number 2 is another Munna, still not shiny. How about number 3, another Munna? Come on, just one Spritzy, please. And nope, all 4 Munnas. No shinies, that's a bummer. And let's go ahead and check these. Nothing in there, so you know, we'll keep grinding. We are back with 3 more researches, and the first one is going to be a Morelull, the 429. And let's see what the second research is gonna be. A Munna that is not shiny and a 465. And let's check this last one. It is going to be a Morelull not shiny and a 415. So still no luck with these yet, but I'm gonna stay hopeful. We've got a research here that I accidentally claimed, but check it out. We got a second shiny Morelull, so this will complete the set. And we've had a pretty good day with shinies. The gacha has gotten several more, you know, since we've seen the Lickitung. I think it's got 2 more, and I got one while we were at softball practice, and then it obviously, I keep mentioning the shiny Zero, but you know, let's go ahead and take a look. Yeah, it's okay. We'll try to find a better one. So if we take a look here, we have caught 7 shinies today. Well, we've caught 2, the gacha got 5. And like I said, this one is just freaking amazing. I still can't believe that. That is so freaking rare. But we'll play for a little bit longer and see what else we can find. We are back with 3 more researches. We just came off of that shiny Morelull, so let's see if we can keep that energy up. This one is not shiny and a 464. How about research number 2 maybe? It's a Morelull and a 420. And this last one should be a Munna. This was hatching eggs, so not yellow and 472. We are back with 2 10Ks. Let's see if we can get a shiny Toxel out of one of these maybe. That'd be pretty sick to finish up the day. But that one's a Pawniard, not blue. And the second one is another Pawniard, not blue. So that's pretty unfortunate, but neither one of them was a hundo. Let's go ahead and check these. The first one is a Munna, not shiny, and a 480. And for research number 2, a Morelull, not shiny, 421. And let's go ahead and check this last one, a Morelull and a 425. So nothing really close to the hundo on these. And it is like 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm actually pretty tired and I still have to go home and edit this video. But in case we didn't look at any of these, we'll go ahead and check through them again, just in case I didn't show you guys any of them. But yeah, that's what we got. So did we get any secret hundos though? That'd be pretty cool. And if we take a look here, we did get a Pineco hundo today, so that's pretty awesome. We got the shiny Zero and now we've got the hundo. Pretty interesting. It would have been crazy if we got the Zero shiny with the hundo, or the Shundo I should say, but oh well. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for today's video, and I know we didn't hit it super hard. There's a lot of stuff that I had to do today that I didn't really expect to have as much as I did, but anyways, tomorrow we will try to meet up and do some Gigantamax Rillaboom. Not gonna go crazy since it can't be a shiny. We'll just do, you know, an hour or 2 of it and see what we can get. And then we'll hit the rest of this event harder and see if we can get something to hatch from them 2Ks. I was hoping to get a Spritzy today just to have the research completely done, but you know, it's all good. If you liked today's video, please consider leaving a like and smashing that subscribe button, and let me know down in the comments if you've had any luck with these researches or with the eggs or anything like that. And if you want to see more of this content, you can check it out right here, and don't forget you can subscribe on the other side. So with that being said, I'll see you next time.